The false world doesn't need to lock you in a cage. It only needs to keep touching the places inside of you that still hurt. The old rejection, the old shame, the old betrayal, the old fear that says you're unattractive, not enough, or impossible to love. Every time the world presses on that wound, something within you reacts. You defend yourself. You chase people that treat you like trash. You over-explain everything. You attempt to prove your worth to those who are committed to treating you like you are worthless. And when you collapse into emotional turmoil, the false world feeds on your pain. And that's how it keeps the soul asleep. Not with chains or prison walls, but with wounds deep within your soul that bind your consciousness to the false world of illusion. The false world is not interested in your freedom. It's interested in capturing your attention. And pain is one of the easiest ways to keep attention trapped. When something wounds you deeply, your awareness bends toward it. You keep returning to it in thought. You replay it in your head. You argue with it in silence. You imagine what you should have said. You try to understand why they did what they did. You try to prove that your feelings mattered. And this is where the trap begins. Pain, by itself, is not the prison. Pain is a signal. It lets you know that something was touched here. Something needs awareness. A truth needs to be seen. But the false world takes that signal and distorts it. It teaches you to build an identity around the wound. Now you're not someone who experienced betrayal. You become the one who gets betrayed. You're not someone who felt unseen. You become the one that no one pays attention to. You're not someone who got rejected. You become the one that no one wants. And once pain becomes an identity, the false world doesn't even have to work hard anymore. It only has to keep offering situations that confirm the wound. Another person who doesn't understand you. Another room where you feel invisible. Another moment where you feel alone. Another comparison, another disappointment, another reminder that the old story might still be true. And the soul, still half asleep, says, "See, this is just who I am." But that's not who you are. That's just the wound speaking through the mask. If this is speaking to you, be sure to like this video and subscribe, and stay till the end. I share a practical way to begin healing the pain that the false world keeps feeding on. The archonic pattern does not always enter through obvious evil. Sometimes it enters through the place where you still want love. The place where you still seek approval. The place where you still want someone to finally understand how they hurt you. That's what makes this so easy to miss. The false world doesn't always tempt you with pleasure. Sometimes it tempts you with resolution. It says, "Go back. Maybe this time they'll care about you." It says, "Explain it again. Maybe this time they'll understand." It says, "Prove how much you're worth. Maybe this time they'll choose you." The false world is unapologetic. It performs. It shapeshifts. It gives you just enough hope to keep you plugged into the same old way of life. This is why certain patterns feel magnetic. They don't feel good, but they're familiar. The old wound has a frequency, and the false world knows how to broadcast on that frequency effortlessly. It knows the root of your shame. It knows the source of your fear. It knows exactly how to bring you back down to a lower state of consciousness. And if you're not aware of this, you'll think life is randomly hurting you. But something deeper is actually happening. The illusion is locating the places where you still believe you are incomplete. Then it speaks to you through those places. Not to help you heal, but to feed on your pain. And yes, there is a part of you that has been hurt, but there is also a part of you that has never been touched. The personality can be wounded. The nervous system can be shaken. The heart can break. The mind can carry echoes. The body can remember what the soul has outgrown. But the monad doesn't bleed. It doesn't panic. It doesn't beg the false world for permission to exist. It is the silent center behind all experience. The point of divine origin beneath the mask, beneath the wound, beneath the story. And the false world's greatest fear is not that you become powerful within the illusion. Its greatest fear is that you stop identifying with the part of you that it can manipulate. Because the illusion can touch your fear. It can touch your longing. It can touch your loneliness. It can touch your desire to be loved. But it cannot touch the monad. So the entire machine is built upon keeping your awareness lowered into the wounded self. It wants you constantly asking, why does this always happen to me? Why don't they want me? Why am I always rejected? Why does life keep kicking me when I'm down? And those questions are normal when you live a life of suffering. They're understandable. But if you live inside them forever, they become a cage. At some point, you have to stop entertaining those questions. Sit in silence. Look within. Let the painful feelings come and acknowledge them. Let them be heard. Embrace the pain and show it love. Find forgiveness for those who hurt you. Find forgiveness for yourself if you need to. And then let it go. That's liberation. Because the moment your pain loses its throne is the moment that the monad can be remembered. You should never deny your pain. Denial is just another mask. You don't transcend pain by pretending it didn't matter. You transcend it by refusing to let it define the center of your being. You can honor what happened without building a temple around it. You can grieve without becoming grief. You can feel the wound without kneeling before the world that opened it. The soul must learn how to separate itself from the pain. The false world wants your pain to become a doorway back into the illusion. But when the pain is released, the monad can be remembered. Every wound contains a hidden question. Will I identify with what happened to me? Or will I let it go and remember what remains beneath it? That's the threshold. And most people never cross it. Instead, they spend their whole lives trying to get the false world to repair what it was designed to keep reopening. They keep chasing validation. They keep expecting others to heal their pain. They keep begging the world that ripped open the wound to close it. But when the pain is released, the spirit awakens. You stop needing the dream to admit that it was a dream. You stop needing the mask to confess that it was only a mask. You stop needing the false world to heal your pain before you allow yourself to let it go. You simply see. And seeing is enough. The pain may still echo, but the echo no longer commands you. The wound may still speak, but it no longer names you. The false world may still press on the old wounds, but now, something deeper is aware. Still, silent, and untouched. The monad is within you, and you are within the monad. If this transmission resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may be starting to see through the illusion, but doesn't yet have the words for it. Comment below. What old wound are you ready to stop feeding with your attention? Your comments help build this field of remembrance, so others who arrive here know they are not alone on the path. And if you feel called to support the channel more directly, there are a few ways to do so. You can leave a super thanks on this video. Buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/magnumopus333. Or you can visit the Magnum Opus 333 store on Teespring. The links are in the description below. You can also become a channel member. Your support helps keep these transmissions alive. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.